Some people say AI isn't that big a threat. If you're having the conversations with your friends, you probably have that friend who says, oh, they won't take all the jobs because look, it can hardly write a good op-ed for the New York Times or answer a dumb question online or tell me a good joke. They go, AI sucks. But people who say that, be honest, they're the ones most likely to find themselves a few years from now blowing a robot for a quarter tank of gas. You know it, you know it. AI is already taking tons of jobs, millions of jobs globally right now. The guy who normally scratches my ass while I film these segments, he's been replaced by a plastic ball scratcher taped to my cat. Not sure if that counts as AI, but we'll get there. We'll get there soon. Even fast food chain Carl's Jr. has just unveiled artificial intelligence drive-through order operators. Many of their drive-thrus are now operated by AI. That's right. AI is now fully capable of doing everything required at a drive-thru, like getting your order wrong, spitting on your burger, accidentally spilling a hot coffee onto your genitalia area. I didn't think robots would be able to do that stuff till like the year 3000. We're living in the future now. Woo! Pretty soon, AI will be able to chew the food for us, spray the ketchup packets down our throats, hook us up to a dialysis machine, and scrub underneath the folds of our taints. And at that point, what's the point of humans anymore? What's the point? Those three things were the last true bits of humanity we had left. Seriously, though, people don't seem to get it. AI is already taking loads of jobs. Certain kinds of video editors are no longer needed. Cashiers are almost gone. Graphic artists are losing whole careers up in smoke. Certain kinds of journalists are being replaced, mainly the boring ones. Assistants are gone. All those loads of reality TV stars that we watch every week who say dumb shit for hours on end, they're all getting replaced by a robot that just comes to viewers' homes and clubs them over the head until their traumatic brain injuries lower their IQ to the same amount that watching reality TV does. Artificial intelligence is replacing everything. And this is just the beginning. Automated transportation is next, right? Every once in a while, you'll see those self-driving test cars around, in a ditch or sticking out of the side of an ice cream parlor. But they're getting better. They're getting better and better. And soon, millions of jobs across America are transportation-based, and they are short for this world. And I know we're supposed to just be horrified, right? That there won't be employment anymore and sit in a fetal position in the basement, hoping a rich uncle dies sometime. Quick word to the wise. You can make arsenic out of moldy blueberries and a AAA battery. Just saying. But here's the thing that they won't tell you. They won't tell you. And when I say they, I think you know who I mean. The ladies who host The View. Here's what they won't tell you. Jobs fucking suck. They're awful. There are very few people like their jobs. And those who do, I call male porn stars. But for everyone else, jobs are terrible, like being a female porn star. So, call me crazy. But if we're in a world with enough food, enough water, enough houses, enough pumpkin spice lattes and funny hats, then with all the jobs disappearing, why don't we forget about the whole job bullshit and just enjoy a world of abundance and peace and equality and slip and slides covered in melted chocolate? What do you say? What do you say? What if wage slavery is not the answer? Why does that make me look crazy to say that? People get upset. People, when you try to take away their wage slavery, people get mad. Their first response is, what will people do all day if they don't have a job? What will everyone do? Funny you should say that, imaginary dickhead. Funny you should say that, because that's the same argument white people use to continue to have slaves. That's what they would say. They would go, what will they do all day? If they don't have me to abuse them and yell at them and control them, then they'll be miserable. They'll just be wandering around, just wandering, looking at stuff. We can't have that. Asking what a slave will do with free time if they weren't a slave, not a good argument. Not a good look. It's right up there with, I don't need to use a condom. I just ate spicy food. Everyone knows STDs and babies hate the spicy food. Besides, there's an easy answer for what people would do all day if we didn't have wage slavery. We would be advanced, evolved humans. Humans who spend that time on passions like drawing or making music or tending to their bonsai tree or loving each other. As it stands now, none of us have time for loving each other. Think about it. At a family dinner, once you get done with the airing of grievances, the shaming, the humiliation, it's time to go. We got shit to do. See you later, stepbrother. Put some ice on that shiner when you get home. I'm not saying there aren't advantages to AI. There totally are. But advanced technology is always hoarded by the richest psychopaths in the world first before it trickles down to the rest of us. So the most advanced AI will be used to exploit us first, extract our remaining life force, and then maybe in a decade or two, we'll get some of the good stuff trickling down, the leftovers, just like what happened with the Furby. Furby worked for the execs at Citibank and Enron for years before the rest of us got to hang out with that adorable little fella. You get my point. You get my point.